increasing everyday spirituality from the perspective of different generations. We hope our conversations and meditations will help increase forgiveness, spiritual healing, prosperity, and living a life of freedom and self-expression.
Oh, yes.
Now it's time for Generations Unite.
Hi, Megan. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, Dad. Good to virtually see you.
Good to see you. We have somehow got quite a following on Facebook and
Really?
other mediums. Have you known that?
I did not know that.
Isn't that great?
It is really great.
Now, I'm very happy to share with everyone this is a very special episode where we talk about different generational news stories and our opinions on things because we have a very special guest with us.
Very special.
Hello.
Hi, Madeline. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Happy to be here.
Now, you happen to be... You need to turn your thing around there so it says on the camera KCTK.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
No, not the microphone, just the... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So, you are here in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're basically ignoring the social distancing and the staying at home.
You got it.
You decide to come in the studio anyway.
Yep.
Wow.
What do you think about that, Meg?
I think that I am not personally worried about my safety, but I'm more worried about your safety and Mom's safety. So I feel like I'm not trying to say that you aren't worried about their safety, Maddie. I'm just saying
I would like to say that I am not working this week, so it's my week off.
No.
And
let me just finish my point.
Right, and you went to the very safest place you could think of, the KCTK studio.
You got it, dude.
My point is that it's really up to Mom and Dad if they want to see me. Is really what I'm saying. Is that I don't care. Like I would love to see you guys, but Mom, honestly, when I saw her when she dropped fruit off, she wanted to be 6 feet away from me. So.
Well, we miss you, Megan.
Classic Mom.
I'm glad that we're able to do this and see you.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone can give us a call at 913-735-0060. Those of you who are listening on KCTKradio.com or happen to be on Facebook Live. Wave to Facebook.
Hi, Facebook.
Is where we talk about different news stories. You got some news stories and some things to talk about?
I do.
Okay. Why don't you take it away, my friend?
All right. Do you mind if I share my screen?
Now, let me ask you this. If you share the screen, will that go on, like, Facebook? I guess it would, right?
No. But we don't have to do that.
I want you to do it.
Okay.
So share the screen. Here is generational news from Megan.
Okay.
That's a big news jingle for you, we think.
Oh, it says I can't share the screen while the other participant is sharing because you're sharing Maddie.
Okay. There we go. I'm fine. Now try it. I also don't like this new. I like this news thing better. There we go. That's better.
That one is more fun.
Here's generational news with Megan, representing younger generation.
So, I don't know how accurate this is, but apparently millennials are now cashing in on stocks as frightened boomers cash out.
Ooh.
Who knew?
Who knew? So, really, that's about it. That's really all I have to say.
Are they getting rich or what do you...
Are they just losing more money? Or
in your
I guess really I want to know if you guys agree with this and think that this is true.
Well, tell me more of the premise. I don't understand. I mean, boomers could be leaving the market, but that doesn't necessarily mean that millennials are in it.
We've found that millennials are the most willing to stay on plan in this downturn, and that can't be said for other demographics in our client base. So that kind of goes to show that, sure, maybe not a lot of millennials are in the place to, I guess, spend, but those who are probably less willing to back out or be afraid, which it makes sense because if older people have stocks and they might be concerned about dying before they even get to cash their, like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, the way you put it was, that they're afraid of dying. But, when you're older, you worry about the short term more. When you're younger, the idea is that you put your money in the market and let it grow for over years. So that makes sense. It's this very interesting article. Now, you're a millennial. How much have you gotten more into the stock market?
0.
Why not? What? But the article.
I know. Yeah, I guess that's where I am unsure. Because if we take a look at this other article, millennials don't stand a chance from the Atlantic. Because we're facing a second once-in-a-lifetime downturn in a crucial moment. Most of us don't even have enough extra income to put into the stock. And also, a lot of us might not really trust America right now. I mean, I don't know if we're talking like about a U.S. bond or if we're talking about a business, but I don't know.
That's interesting because I look at it and I don't think you guys have a chance. But anyway, I don't know how much extra money millennials have to play the market.
I feel like, okay, so like my interpretation, like with this article, I feel like people who read the news and who write the news are way more interested in the stock market than like most people.
Right.
And I feel like they probably, whoever wrote this, as a former journalist, probably thought, hey, I know, why don't we put 2 trending topics together and put it in a headline? So that's what I think of.
I know someone, I guess he would be a baby boomer, 62-year-old person. Is that baby boomer?
Yes.
Okay. He took all his money out of the market last year. Okay. And
why was that? Do you know?
Because he needed the money and he was cashed out and he's worried about the market dropping because he's close to retirement. Now you have recently started 401k, right?
Not quite.
Not quite. You have, right, Maddie?
Yes, but I've stopped like contributing to it for the time
because
being.
because of the furlough.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway, the point is there's a lot of people in your situation they're just continue to contribute. They're not taking money out.
Yeah, and that makes sense. And so actually for me, when I worked at my last job, it was a nonprofit. So 401k is not what goes with a nonprofit, but there's something similar. But I recently got information saying that they put that into an IRA for me and that I need to go in and log in and I should be able to continue to use that account.
Yeah.
I don't really know how that works.
But I guess maybe that kind of reinforces what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that you are not touching it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're letting it be there and not messing with the market.
Yeah. And I think that it's interesting, like, it does make sense for like the younger you are to have more of a long-term hope that, well, by 50 years, hopefully we figured something out. You know what I mean?
Maddie, you are a young person. Have you got everything figured out?
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all.
You figured out how to make some good cookies.
Thank you.
She made some snickerdoodles.
I did make some.
And they're delicious.
Didn't you also make banana bread?
I did.
And they were delicious.
When you got free time and you don't know what to do, I just try and bake.
Nice. So another thing that I don't know if you want to share something first, but I have a couple other things.
Do.
Well, I just will tell you that what I have is that I have 2 memes that we could discuss, both of which
are them. It's all about the millennials. You know what I mean?
No, both of which I've already sent.
Bro?
Huh?
You have a meme, bro?
I said, do you even meme, bro?
Yeah.
2 pictures that I've already sent to you, but we could just discuss more. And another thing is that we could talk about what astrology has to say on the generations, because there's these 3 different. So Pluto goes around the globe, or not the globe,
Yeah, the
Pluto
sun.
goes around the sun.
Yep.
Every like 29 years or 20 years or something. So
Okay.
all three of us are in different generations astrologically, and there's like a description I can read about each of those.
Okay, let's do that right now, and then we can do the memes later
Okay.
after we
So
take a couple
I
breaks.
kind of just wanted to know if you guys agree, and I don't have to read the whole thing.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think that Pluto's a planet?
Yes, I do, because I grew up as a child thinking that it was, and so
Yeah, but scientists say they're not, so it's not.
My
think they
very
changed its
educated
mind on
mother just served us 9 pizzas. So
Huh?
that's the order: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Anyone else remember that in school?
I don't.
Yeah, but see, the thing
The
is,
P is the end.
are you guys part of the generation that doesn't want to believe in science?
I think science is real.
Okay, science said that Pluto's no longer.
I'm pretty sure science
planet.
changed its mind on that, though.
I think
They did. They said it was a planet, and then they said it wasn't.
Then they said it was. I thought.
Anyway, I don't care. I'm listening to science.
Okay. Well, this is an alternate perspective, which isn't.
But guess what?
Mhm.
Pluto still revolves around the sun every 29 years.
I think Pluto is a really good dog to Mickey.
Yeah, but how does a mouse own a dog, a mouse that talks? And the dog can't talk, but then his friend who's a dog, Goofy, can talk.
Yeah, that's a weird one for sure.
Well, the weirdest thing is, why does their friend the duck not wear any pants?
He just doesn't feel like wearing any. He's got to be free.
Okay.
So
All right.
Megan.
So Megan, tell us about
So,
Pluto.
I just realized that, Dad, this is actually interesting because you're one of the older Gen X people.
Is that because of my beard?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm realizing that you actually, according to astrology, might be somewhere on the border between baby boomer and Gen X, because this major shift happened in 1972, which was after you were born. So,
Yeah,
but
it shifted all up when I was born.
But this is technically correlated with Gen X, people who are born with Pluto in Libra. They grew up with, and during a time when divorce rates were increasing, more women in the workforce. There is a poor communication, lack of intimacy, lack of individual identity, financial problems. And they observed their own parents displaying acts of control and power struggles. And so they brought a major transformation in partnerships, sharing, negotiation, cooperation, balance, and fairness. It made way for individuals to assert their power within relationships, along with getting to the bottom of another person's story. So even though you're not Pluto in Libra personally, Dad, I think that this does kind of relate to how a lot of Gen X might feel.
Do you think it relates to how you've seen me act?
Yeah. I think that you really value like relationships and making sure that people are understood on both sides. You've even talked about that on this podcast quite a bit.
I have.
And so this, Maddie and I are actually in different generations according to this.
Clearly.
Clearly. This one, Pluto and Scorpio, is from 1984 to 1996. And so Pluto in Scorpio, this has to do with transformation, sex, murder, crime, horror movies. We're talking about how AIDS was a huge deal. A lot of people died in the 90s. Crime rates increasing. But it's the Pluto and Scorpio generation that is bringing the deep-seated desire to figure out what is hidden and what has been kept secret in order to find the truth. And they want the truth to be revealed. They like psychology, things that are forbidden and taboo. But this token also makes way for obsessive attitudes.
Who always wants to know the truth and is obsessive? Maddie, 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count.
I picked Megan.
Yeah, good job.
And intense impulses towards sex, drug, crime, money, and power.
I'm sorry, huh?
What? Do you have an
Sure
impulse
about
for any of those?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
So I definitely see this split, which is so funny because even though I can see Maddie as being a total millennial, what I've always said is that Pluto and Scorpio, they created memes. They went on the internet and they were all intense and obsessive about stuff. And then Pluto and Sagittarius, they're just a lot more fun loving. They don't really care. Like, they just are taking it easy and they're making TikToks and they're just laughing at this whole situation. And this is Gen Z, starting in 1996. This generation feels comfortable with technology and social media, but the instant nature of social media has shaped their expectations. And so they're a little bit impatient about stuff.
Oh, that's Maddie.
I sure am.
So these groundbreaking changes brought them a new approach toward discovery and exploration, which is funny because Maddie's passion is travel.
Because I wrote that on my name tag because I didn't on my first job.
Yeah.
You know what? You may belittle that, but it's the first thing you thought of, so maybe it is.
I guess, yeah.
You know?
So this
She went to
generation,
Iowa.
yeah,
I've gone to Iowa.
St. Louis County, down to Boonville.
Yeah, that was sick.
This generation is bringing with it transformation of travel, morality, education, freedom, major psychological impacts. They are really interested in how humanity understands the big picture. So,
Okay, do you think that's all true, Maddie? Does that ring true to you?
A little bit. I'm not good at big picture stuff though.
Okay, let me ask you this. Oh, wow. I only went to 2008. So what is the next one?
Or is it too soon to tell?
So we can tell based on kind of what is happening during this time, but we don't necessarily know. So Pluto is in Capricorn right now, but it's actually about to leave Capricorn and go to Aquarius toward the end of the year. And so a lot of people, Capricorn is about like money and success and business. So a lot of people think that this Pluto in Capricorn from 2008 to 2020 is like a major change in business. Like, I mean, well, actually, no, I think it goes a little bit after
2008 to 2020.
Yeah, actually, I realized I messed that up a bit, but maybe a little after 2020. It's all, I mean, the financial crisis happened in 2008, and there's all these other financial issues happening. So I think that just as Capricorns, like Mom and Maddie, are really great at, you know, being practical with things, we are all learning that sort of sensibility.
I see.
During this time.
So. Oh, I see. So does the time affect, like, for example, I am living in this time, but I'm not from the time, but so it influences my point of view, or?
Yes.
Okay.
So technically the whole point of this with astrology is that whatever you're born in is just your default mode.
Kind of like your preference.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. So I think we could go to yours now.
Yay!
Hooray.
Oh, that was good. Thank you, Megan. That's good. I would like to. I want to follow up with it on now. You know what I mean? Or not even now, but like I want to
babies
see
that were just born.
No, I want to see it changes in 2020. I want to see if there's any word on what it will be like.
So I can tell you. So, have you ever heard of the Age of Aquarius?
Yep.
The song,
yeah.
The Dawning of the Age of Aquarius. That's what people think it is going to be, is because Aquarius is next, and that's all about humanitarianism.
So, that'd be great. That'd be good. We need that.
It would be cool if that happened.
All right. Well, here's some other news for you. Generational news. Because this is Generation Unite, you can give us a call, 913-735-0060. We welcome your participation. Okay, in the age of COVID-19, media consumption. Okay. The different choices of media consumption are, there's a whole bunch of them. Broadcast TV, physical press, radio, online press, music streaming, online streaming, books, podcast, online videos, or just regular video games. For Gen Z, what do you think has increased since the age of COVID-19?
Oh yeah,
Video games.
Yeah, what do you guys say? Yep.
I would say that or like online streaming.
It's online videos, 51% increase.
That sounds like me. I've been watching a lot of YouTube.
Actually, it's not increase. It's just 51% of their time when they consume media. It's 51% is online videos, 31% video games. Then comes broadcast TV, radio. That's weird. Radio. Oh no, online press, music streaming. That one's a pretty big one. Live streaming, online TV. At the bottom is radio. No, physical press. I guess that's a magazine or.
Boo! I don't even know what a magazine is.
Okay, so the same thing. So millennials, what do you think is the top for them in the age of COVID-19?
I want to say social media, Spotify, sort of music streaming.
Actually, theirs is the same, but not as much. It's 44% is online videos, and then 41% online TV streaming.
Yeah, I do watch a lot of videos.
Still pretty good. Podcasts are only 20%, which is lower than I thought, and music streaming is 36%.
The thing is that I always listen to music all day, whether I'm at work or whether I'm at work in an office or here. So I would imagine that wouldn't change much.
So here comes Gen X.
Yeah. Okay, Grandpa. It's because he's older than us.
Okay. What do you think is the top way that Gen X consume media in the age of COVID-19?
Netflix.
Which would be, what's that, online
streaming?
Yeah.
Actually, it's broadcast TV still, 45%.
Weird.
Then online streaming. And then it looks like online videos.
Man, so online videos are just climbing for everyone.
They're
I
okay.
bet too, with even more people like going live and stuff.
How about Boomer? What do you think is theirs?
Broadcast TV.
Yeah, it's way above everyone else, 42%. The next one is 24%. None of these.
What's that mean they do? Like crossword puzzles?
I guess. And then the next one, 21%, is online TV streaming. And that's got to be Netflix for them.
Yeah.
But online videos is 11%. Podcast is 4%.
Wow. Wait, so what was podcast for Gen X?
For Gen X, it's 10%. For millennials, it's 20%. And Gen Z, it's 11%. So they're not. I think podcast is it's
millennial thing, kind of.
It seems that way, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And then
I kind of wonder if Gen Z is going to catch up, or if they've just moved on to something else.
I think they moved on to something else.
Yeah.
Because like our friend Jack, who's all up in your face, he watches YouTube videos all the time.
I will say though, a lot of YouTube videos are podcasts.
Yes.
Like they'll post their videos on there.
Yeah.
And sometimes,
like we're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes it's cool to see people's reactions as you're doing. So I'll just play that video and go about my errands or my cleaning. Yeah. It's technically an online video, but it's a podcast.
Yeah.
That's actually
how they decide which is which.
That's a huge, I guess, theme in how YouTube is changing, is that a lot of people are uploading things longer. And I'm even doing that with my channel, where it's honestly not intended for you to sit and look at my face.
I would never.
So the last is the greatest generation. What do you think their percentage is?
Dead.
Books.
It's 100% nothing, because they're all dead.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. They're not even on here. So let's see which ones have grown. Can we see that? No. Well, okay. This is a good question. Trustworthiness according to generations. What do you think is the highest? What do you think? This again, how they consume media. What do you think is the most trustworthy of Gen Zs? Oh, these are different choices, but I'll just go ahead and tell it because it's interesting. Where they trust their information the most is the World Health Organization website. Millennials the same, and Gen X the same.
What are the other options?
There's a whole bunch of government website, newsletters, social media. Podcast is not trusted very much, which is good because you shouldn't be getting information on a podcast. Okay,
I think that's weird because like millennials probably are on social media a lot, but it doesn't mean that they're going to just trust what it says over the website.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's it. I think that was interesting to see where different generations fall.
Me too.
You know, here's the thing that I think is interesting. Is things don't go away.
Yeah.
They're always still, I mean, print media is low. People still use it.
Yeah.
Radio is low, but it's still there.
Yeah.
So it's like these numbers are going to continue to dwindle, but it's not like, you know, if you have 20% of 5 things, that's huge. But if you have 5% of 10 things, that's even bigger. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
it
just shows how divided we all are, which is kind of sad.
Dad, what media would you say is your number one?
Where I get my most trusted information from?
That, and also for entertainment.
Okay. I think for information, it's broadcast TV, and entertainment, it's online streaming TV.
Yeah. I would say,
Sorry, I got you on the camera when you're sneezing.
No, you caught me.
Yeah.
I really hate to say it, but like social media has definitely got to be up there for me. Like Twitter is up there as far as like trusted information, but it's more like journalists sharing a link and then saying a fact about it, and then that goes viral. Or even just like there's been lots of viral tweets of like, hey, I had COVID-19. These are what my symptoms were.
That's been me too.
Yeah.
I check Twitter too much, and it makes me mad all the time.
Yeah.
I'm really getting tired of the conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah.
I really am.
Yeah.
There is a lot of
It's just that people don't understand the true failings and the randomness of life.
Yeah.
They must have someone evil that is controlling everything, as opposed to things are just messed up.
Just sucks. Yeah.
Right. And I would say this too. I think when it comes to how this pandemic was handled, the president, he gets a big fat F. But I also don't think he did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't.
It's not like he created it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of people saying that, but I'm not. I'm just saying how you handle things. Not there is some big conspiracy behind everything that happens.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know if you've seen this conspiracy, but a lot of people think that like the Illuminati started the coronavirus, and that Trump
Beyonce
is saving, and they think that Trump is like saving the day by like getting the Illuminati. And so they love Trump for that. But here's my thinking is that I don't think Trump is smart enough to be recruited to the Illuminati. So I agree with them. I do not think that the man is in the Illuminati. That doesn't mean that he's a savior.
Well, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, like,
obviously it's not like I believe in the Illuminati, but I'm just saying, like,
I tell you, we're going to talk conspiracy theories. Here's my conspiracy theories. I think rich people control the world.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that's a conspiracy, though.
Yeah.
I think they do different things to make sure that other people don't get their money.
Yeah.
Okay? And they help out each other.
Oh, yeah.
With that said, I can't imagine a rich person who's happy with this. No one's making money off of this.
Exactly.
So that's going to show you, in a way, the randomness of things and that everybody's suffering. The guy that's making $10 million a week is now only making $5 million a week. He's not happy with the situation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking about, is that when people are like, oh man, they're controlling us. And it's like,
yeah.
But who is that? Like, we are all
right.
We're all controlled. Nobody's really gaining anything.
Now, I do think there are factors and businesses who will try to take advantage of things.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fact that we don't have a nationalized vaccine initiative is because there's people who want to make money off of vaccine. And all the anti-vaxxers are just against vaccines. And they're like, oh, they're just trying to make money. And I was like, no, they're trying to save lives, but they're also trying to make money too.
Yeah, it's like
you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
like, I wish they didn't make money about it, but they have a point that
also,
they care more about money than making people healthy.
Yeah, it's horrible. But and also the anti-vaxxers is like, their whole thought doesn't make sense, because look at the world right now without there being one specific vaccine.
Right. If there was one specific vaccine to stop this,
then it'd be fine.
It'd be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I just got a text from one of our listeners that they get information from YouTube, which is interesting. So, and this person is very elderly, and he still uses YouTube,
wow.
So that's good. He says Jeffrey Epstein is a conspiracy. If others are in control, when do I get to make choices? Well, I would say you make choices all the time. There's no possible way that you may not make the choices that you want to make, but you get to make choices all the time. Would you agree with that, ladies?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. Everyone else, you can give us a thought. Give us a call, 913-735-0060. Because I am on social media, I'm getting tired of the conspiracy. But also, I would open up the lines or the text for someone to maybe you could explain it to me. Maybe I'll understand it better.
Well, what I want to say real quick to that is that I think that whenever people are talking about the Illuminati or there being something against us, it's like, I totally agree with you that like there are rich people that conspire in order to get richer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that the devil has kidnapped them or all this stuff. But also, like, what if that's true? I really don't know. But I guess, like, why? I don't know. It's like crazy to. Sorry, I kind of forgot what I was saying. I guess it's like whether or not the Illuminati is real or not kind of is irrelevant, because we know that there are like rich people getting richer off of like real people. Like
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
And we also know that they use their wealth and influence to influence government officials to make things easier for them to make money. So
it doesn't matter if the devil's there or not.
Exactly.
Right. They're pursuing the money, and which is we don't have time for this. Which is the point of having a strong government and someone to stand up to them all, which we don't have. But
yeehaw!
I know what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I was listening to some video or something, and they were talking about how they can just imagine all of the scientists trying to beat each other to see, who's going to get the vaccine first and have their name go down in history. And it was making me realize, like, if that's really the mindset that we have as Americans, then we're going to be stuck here way longer, because they should be working together.
Absolutely. It should be how we got to the moon. It became a national project. They brought in the best people to work together on behalf of the country, and we figured out a solution. And why the president hasn't said, everyone, you now work for the government, we need tests, and now we need a vaccine. And if a vaccine isn't the way to cure it, another way to cure it. And if you hate vaccines so much, or I'm just saying vaccine because I've heard experts say vaccines are probably the way we're going to stop this.
Why is the moon more important than people dying?
Yeah, and every single like scientific thing about trying to link vaccines to autism has been completely debunked.
Mm-hmm.
So there's literally no science to prove that vaccines are harmful whatsoever. You might still not trust them, might not trust the science saying that they're great, but there's also no science to prove that it's harmful.
Well, and I would even be even more generous by saying maybe people who've taken the flu shot and it didn't agree with them, I get that, but some people have taken it and it helped them. So,
yeah.
And we don't have, we don't have polio anymore. There's too many situations where it's helped some people and maybe you don't want to do it for yourself, but that's your deal.
Yeah.
Stop making it all.
Doesn't mean other people shouldn't.
Why do you cramp my style?
Don't cramp my style.
Yeah. Oh, and this just a question from our listener. What conspiracies are the most dangerous? A Republican, a Democrat, progressives, libertarians, the rich, the poor, the religious, or the non-religious? Which conspiracy is most dangerous? I think they're probably all dangerous.
In their own little ways.
Yeah. So, over the break, you guys think about that. You ladies think about that, okay?
Okay.
And we'll take a break and we'll be back with more Generations Unite.
Wow.
These days, we all probably know of a local business that is struggling to adapt to the current realities. Here's a small way that you can help.
Announcing the Gift Card Challenge.
If you're able, think of your favorite local business and then buy a gift card today.
Buy it online or pledge to buy one as soon as you can.
Every little bit will help.
Restaurants have takeout or delivery. Many businesses have online shopping options.
Participate in the Gift Card Challenge today.
Buy a gift card.
Name out and show your support for our local businesses in this time of need.
Keep it for yourself to use at a later date or pass it along to someone you know that's on the front lines doing what they can to keep us all safe.
Make the pledge and buy a gift card today.
Participate in the Gift Card Challenge.
Post and tag the business you selected on social media and challenge your friends and neighbors to do the same.
Working together, one card at a time, we can all make a difference.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance. Say hi, guys. When I adopted them, I discovered that they both have incredible personalities. Chance's sole purpose in life is to love and to be loved. Frankie is a little bit of a scoundrel and always entertaining. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
Welcome back to Generations Unite. Hi, Megan.
Hello.
I just want to make sure everyone knows that we have Madeline here with us today.
All right, Madeline.
I am also here. It's true.
Yes.
Wow. Hi.
Oh, hi.
I like this song.
Okay. We got thumbs up from our person that asked a question about the conspiracy, so that's good.
I think I have an answer for that.
Okay. What is it?
I think that the most dangerous conspiracy are the far right people saying that this is the Democrats trying to make Trump look bad.
I see what you're saying. I think maybe he's more in general, not which. I think he's basically saying, is there a kind of conspiracy that's bad?
Yeah. I was thinking more about the coronavirus ones that I've seen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because these conspiracies are a little bit different because they really make people go in harm's way.
Yeah, for example, if you think that the earth is flat, that's fine.
Yeah.
Go for it. But if you're going to try and influence an election or something, I think that's harmful.
Yeah, getting people's lives and them possibly dying as they are now. Those are the ones that are the worst.
We used to have conspiracy theories in the past that would divide us against other people, other nations. There's always been conspiracies to divide people. But now the conspiracy theorists divide each other in the same country.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to the good old days when we hated other countries.
Yeah. That was better.
And we get along with each other.
That's when there was peace.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, there was a peace. We had started a lot of wars and stuff. But the point is.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. We always like to ask the question, are you a jerk?
You're a jerk.
I know.
You're a jerk. You're a jerk.
Do you got one, Meg?
You're a jerk.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Can I start?
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. You can tell us if you're a jerk by giving us a call at 913-735-0060. And if you don't call in, you're a jerk. Okay. All right. You ready? Am I a jerk for keeping a lost pet until the owner paid the advertised reward? I'm already thinking my answer, which is not good. Let's hold that judgment, Paulie. Okay. This weekend I was walking through the park and I saw a cat that looked like one I seen on posters that were posted around the neighborhood. They said there was a reward of $500 for finding their lost cat. So I caught the cat, which was pretty easy since he was friendly, and checked a poster to see if it was him. It was. I went home, put him in the back porch, and called the number on the poster to let him know I found their cat. They were happy that I found him and said they could pick him up right away. This is going to be a good story, isn't it?
Oh, I hope.
I confirmed that there was a $500 reward, texted the guy a picture of the cat, and gave him my address. This is where the problem started. When he got to my house, I asked for the reward money before returning the cat. He said that there actually isn't a reward and that he only advertised one to increase the chance that people would look for his cat. I told him that I wasn't going to give his cat back until he paid the promised reward and that he shouldn't have posted one if he didn't want to pay one. He then got angry and threatened to call the cops if I wouldn't give him the cat. I said that he was welcome to and that I would be happy to get things on record in case I had to take him to small claims court. He begrudgingly told me that he would be back later with the money. Later that night, he came by with a full $500. I gave him his cat, and it was the end of it. When I told my girlfriend about it, she thought I should have just gave him back the cat since it cost me nothing to catch him and that everyone was having hard times right now. Some of my friends also think the guy was probably desperate to get his pet back, and it was kind of shitty for me to profit from a lost animal. I still think that if you post a reward, you should pay it, and the guy probably just wanted to save $500 and get the benefit of advertising reward without pay it. So, am I a jerk? Wow. Let's start with this. Megan, you want to start, or you want to start with Maddie? Maddie, who do you want to start with?
Megan can start.
Okay, Meg.
I just was going to say, yes, he is a jerk, but unfortunately, I think that he's right. That you shouldn't do that unless you were planning on paying for it, but I wouldn't have fought it back. I would have given the cat back.
Okay. What do you think?
I agree. He is a jerk because that's his animal and he probably was desperate, but why would he say there's a reward?
Mm-hmm.
That's just lying and silly. So that guy's a jerk too. For that guy who lost the cat is a jerk for being surprised when he asked for the reward money when it was posted. They're both jerks.
Well, I think we're all in agreement on this one because I think
you're a jerk. I know. You're a jerk. You're a jerk.
I know.
But I'm also going to say this.
You're a jerk. I know. You're a jerk.
They're both jerks.
Oh.
Yeah, what is the correct amount of times to say no, give me the money before you give the cat back?
He shouldn't put $500 as a lie to people. He should say, I have my cat, reward, you will get a reward.
Yeah.
And then get the cat back.
And then get him like Chipotle or something.
Yeah, thank you.
Or like shake his hand, thank you.
Right.
That's a reward.
Right. That's a reward.
In someone's eyes.
Right. At least he wouldn't be lying to it.
Yeah.
But man, if I found someone's cat and they really missed it, I would just give it back to them. I couldn't take the money from them.
I wouldn't want to keep the cat. So like really like if it's like, no, I'm keeping the cat until you pay me, like that sucks for me. I don't want the cat.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, too, that depending on what neighborhood you live in, you would think that if someone sees a missing cat, that they would want to give it back.
Yeah.
But if there's a reward, then that might make someone who's desperate for money go looking for the cat, and maybe they spent time and they found it.
Yeah. So we agree that they're both jerks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Megan, what's yours?
Am I a jerk for naming my daughter Lasagna? Okay.
Whoa.
Hi. I'm so sorry for the
That's our
clickbait
segment.
title.
Yes. We're going to move on. No. Go ahead.
My husband and I welcomed our first child about 9 weeks ago. We found out it was going to be a girl, and we quickly decided on the name Elizabeth for her.
Aww.
Her middle name was originally going to be Jane, with the intent to call her EJ, like DJ Tanner. What? However, when I was 7 months pregnant, my husband's mother lost her fight with breast cancer. Her name was Anya. I loved her so much, I offered to change the middle name from Jane to Anya. My husband and his family were touched, and we agreed that our daughter became Elizabeth Anya Jane. A few days after she was born, we quickly started calling her Liz instead of Elizabeth. Now her legal name is all but forgotten, and everyone refers to her as just Liz. We've been having a frequent group Skype session with the family during the stay-at-home mandate so our family could see the baby. My sister pointed out that we named our baby Liz Anya. I hadn't made the mental connection, but if you put her first and second names together, Liz and Anya, it really does sound like lasagna. I told my sister that I doubt anyone would make the connection, considering how people will rarely use their middle names in daily life. But then my whole family chimed in, and now everybody calls my daughter Lasagna. Now I'm scared that when she eventually starts school and her classmates and others will latch onto it and make fun of her. I mean, the teasing has already started amongst my family, and the baby is 9 weeks old. I've asked them to stop making fun because one day Liz will know they're making fun of her and she'll be hurt. My sister told me if I didn't want people to make fun of her name, then I shouldn't have named her Lasagna. They won't stop, and every time I protest, they remind me that I'm the one that named her. I'm basically not speaking to my family right now, and they're basically sending me daily texts telling me that I'm being unreasonable and cruel, and they shouldn't keep them from seeing the baby over Skype. Am I the jerk for naming my daughter what I did? Am I also a jerk for cutting off my family for their teasing? Did I bring the situation on myself?
I would like to say my thoughts.
Maddie, you get to go first. Now, I want you to try to imagine that you're in a family that teases each other a lot.
What?
Oh, okay.
So
I know
it's going to be hard.
This is going to be hard for me.
me.
She's not a jerk for naming her daughter Lasagna. That's just the hilarious coincidence. But she is a jerk for having the teasing get too far that she's just going to stop showing her baby to her family. That's stupid.
Yeah.
And also, I'd like to point out that I remember watching That's So Raven as a kid, and there was an episode where Raven was in some disguise at her dad's restaurant, and she named herself Liz Anya because, like, she just looked at lasagna. Like, that was a joke on a Disney Channel show back in the day. So that's funny.
Maddie, it's funny you should say all this because I completely agree with you.
I also love lasagna.
Yes.
It's my favorite
why
food.
do they call her Liz? They can call her Beth. They can call her Betsy. They can call her Elizabeth. I like the name Elizabeth.
Yeah.
The short names for Elizabeth, I don't like.
Yeah.
Lizzie Anya.
Yeah. Lizzie McGuire.
Do you guys think they should change her middle name or just embrace it?
No, they just call her Liz. It's just a little, and also, how cute it would be if she's just a little girl and she grows up her whole life and her family just calls her Lasagna.
That's hilarious.
It's just cute. No one that's kids at school are gonna. She could have the name. I don't know.
No one needs to know her middle name at school.
She's gonna any name that she has. Kids come up with a reason to pick on you.
Yeah.
And people don't know your middle name in school, do they?
No one knows.
Yeah, if she gets embarrassed, she can hide it. But if she is a kid with a sense of humor, then that could be, Maddie, that could be like her Hinge profile. That could be her Tinder bio.
Thanks for relating to me.
when she's dating, she could use that as like a one-liner.
What's the fake Instagram thing called?
Oh, sometimes
Finsta.
In college, I used to say my name was Maddie LaVodka instead of LaVoda. Because hell yeah, drinking is so cool and sick, and anything about alcohol makes you cool.
Yeah.
Maddie, looking back, do you feel like that wasn't cool of you, or do you think it's
No,
cool?
I think it was awesome.
What?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what were the things that people made fun of you growing up? Megan, you get to start.
Was it her name or just her personality?
I mean, everyone gets made of something. Everyone gets made fun of.
I still to this day don't know. It just has to do with me being annoying and obnoxious and passionate.
I mean, no name. Like, my name is Paul LaVoda.
No.
Paula Voda. You're a girl. You got a girl's name. Oh, no.
I mean, unless you count Meg Hand, that never bothered me.
Hey, you got a girl's name and everything like that, but you're a boy. Take that.
I feel bad about myself now.
When I was younger, I would really get mad when people would call me Madeline.
Really?
I think it was just the tone they were saying it. It would like bug me. And I'd be
but
like,
they weren't teasing you. They were teasing her.
They
just
were,
because
they'd be like, hey, Madeline. And I'd be like, stop it. That's not my name. And I still have my appendix, and I'm not even an orphan in France.
Oh my God. I'll always remember the time that me and Maddie and Audrey walked into Truman High School together, and there was this group of men wearing camo, and they said, "What, Lavodas?"
Yeah, that was weird.
Like, that literally happened.
I have a feeling I think that was one of my like first weeks of like high school ever. And I was just like,
I think it might have been Mario. I think that was Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
She's down. So anyway, the point is, people are gonna make fun of you anyway. So she's a jerk for just get over it.
Yeah,
because here's the thing. Here's the other thing, Mom. There's gonna be so many other things to worry about.
I feel like
don't be like this. Don't be so protective so soon.
Yeah, if she's so protective, it's gonna affect her kid's personality, and that's what people are gonna make fun of, not her name.
Absolutely.
Wow.
All right. Then we're going to take a quick break because we did that segment. Then we'll be back with more fun news and everything like that. You got anything else, Megan?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
But
we're in for a big treat. Maddie, what do you got?
Nothing.
All right. Okay. She's got nothing, but that's okay. We're going to come back. We'll take just a quick break here and be back with more Generations Unite, starring Megan and Madeline and me.
This is the last week. Yes, this week is your last chance on this program to hear how to get a 14-karat gold-plated copy of Sergeant Preston's famous mounted police whistle. So hurry, get this official
We're Rosati's Pizza in Overland Park. We've been here since 1995. We're strictly a carry-out delivery pizzeria and Italian caterer. We make everything in-house, from our dough to our pizza sauce, grate our own cheese. We do make authentic Chicago-style deep dishes and also Chicago stuffed pizzas. We hand-roll every pizza to order and then sauce it and top it. We do offer pizza by the slice from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. 7 days a week, we always offer our 5 basic choices of pepperoni, cheese, Italian sausage, classic combo, and meat classic. And on Wednesday through Friday, we have 8 choices of slices to choose from. It's a very keep it simple setup here. Slices are walk in, tell us what you want, boom, you're out the door within 5 minutes.
That's been really convenient. You don't have to plan ahead to get this kind of food. It tastes really good and it's worth coming just for the one.
Our location here is about 80% delivery and 20% carry out. You know, you can order over the phone. We do have online ordering available at rosatisop.com, as well as just carry out, walk in, order at the counter. There's no minimum delivery. We deliver everything that's on the menu. Slices are only available for carry-out, but we do handle small and large deliveries daily. For office orders, people would often call a day ahead for catering for lasagnas and our large catering pastas and salads that we offer. But we can handle it on the spot the day ahead too. Normally an hour's notice is all we need to get you pizza for 25 to 50 people. We are a full Italian caterer. Any Italian catering you would like, we can make it here in-house. We can do events from 15 people to 1,000 people. We can get it done. We've been voted KC's best pizza somewhere almost every year since 1998. The main thing about our pizza is how fresh it is. We actually make the dough daily and roll it out to order. Sauces are made daily, and just the care we put into making every pizza special.
Welcome back, everybody, to Generations Unite. It's my opportunity to see Megan. Hi, Megan.
Hi.
And I'm really happy that Madeline's here with us tonight.
Thank you.
Maddie, you've become quickly on this program's most popular news reporter. You found us some particular news about our last story?
Oh, yeah. I found a story that connects with our new friend, Liz Anya.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Go ahead and play that clip.
This is a good sound clip for you.
You don't expect me to introduce me, do you?
That's Liz Anya.
So yeah, I guess the lady was right that
it's funny.
In truth, it is funny, and people will make fun of it.
I guess she's
the Disney Corporation.
She's wrong for thinking that people wouldn't make the connection. That's for sure.
She must have. Maybe she was just a big That's So Raven fan.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go do some generational news, Megan. What else you got?
So I have 3 memes that we can kind of chat about, and then there's also a quiz.
I
don't know if we could all take the quiz together or if we could just go through it. Okay. Or I'm going to share my screen.
Okay. We both see it.
I also see it.
So this is a meme that from Twitter that I already shared with Maddie because this is Maddie.
Oh, you mean called Maddie? Maddie.
This is about her. Is boomers will call you without texting first. Gen
True.
X will text you first and then call.
True.
Millennials will text you only. And Gen Z will FaceTime you without texting first? WTF?
Oh, my God. That's what Jack does.
Yeah.
Really?
He does that
Jack
to me all the
does
time.
do that.
I'm looking. He's FaceTiming me. Why is he FaceTiming me?
Yeah, exactly. Text
I don't even
first,
want to
then
answer.
call.
I don't even want to answer the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all true.
I'm definitely a text first, then call if I call.
Okay, how many times have you got this?
Megan, this is your mammy. Give me a call back.
Or you got happy birthday.
Mammy,
Yeah, sure, call
Madeline, this is your mammy. Give me a call back.
You know, like
Paul Vincent, this is your mother. Give me a call back.
you're like, hey, could you maybe just tell me what you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe why you're calling? Someone's dead. Someone's happy.
I will say, for me, first of all, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, I've been FaceTiming specifically you, Megan, more. But that's not necessarily like, oh, quick, I have a question. Oh, quick, I got to tell you something.
I know, it's just like a surprise hello.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm bored because I'm in quarantine.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have a question. Moving from the boomer to my generation. Now, I'll text first and then call.
Mm-hmm.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I text one of you and I don't hear from you in a while. I text you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do I want response too quickly, don't I?
Yeah.
Is that true, Meg?
Maybe, yeah.
I've never necessarily noticed that
Okay.
from you.
Thank you. You have.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm never thinking that you'll ever respond to me.
It's true. I never will.
Wait, so you want to, what do you mean? Like, do you text
Like, I'll
Maddie and then she doesn't respond quick enough?
I'll text you. I feel like I've done both of you. I text you. 2 minutes later, I'm like, why haven't they text me back with the answer I need?
Yeah.
And then I'll call you.
Yeah.
That's happened to me. I'm like, Dad, I'm on the phone with someone else.
Yeah.
Dad, I'm doing this.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, lately what I've been doing is text first, then FaceTime.
Then, okay, you create your own thing.
Yeah, which I guess is kind of the millennial Gen Z cusp,
So what happens
right?
if you text someone? How long do you wait to text them back again? How long do you wait?
So okay, I don't know if I'm alone in okay, so actually I have a theory that there is a specific subgeneration from if you were born from like 1991 to 1996.
Amos was flying around the universe.
Okay. If you were born from 1991 to 1996, then you text for, if you don't know the person like that well, maybe, and you Facebook Messenger full conversations.
Ooh.
I'm not in that year, but I think I disagree.
Are there people your age that do that?
No. You're the only person I know who does that. And I know other people in that age range.
Oh, well, I'm saying
there's a sub-generation called Indigo Children, and that's what she does.
No. So it's actually a thing, though. It's not. It's not that I don't text at all, but I have noticed that like Facebook Messenger is sort of the place where like and I think it kind of started because, I mean, before you could do iMessage on your Mac, it was like the place where if you want to just type really fast and like get into like a real conversation.
Really, huh?
I have a good friend, one of my really good friends who was born in 1995, and she never responds to texts and will just FaceTime me. So
yeah, so she does the Gen Z thing.
She does the Gen Z.
So let me ask my question though. How long?
That's just an example.
How long? Okay, you text someone. How long before they don't answer? Do you text them or you get frustrated?
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say, that Facebook Messenger is where if you want to talk with me really quickly and you want a quick response, but for whatever reason, texting, I take a little bit longer to respond.
Okay.
I don't like that. Get with the program.
If you text your significant other, like I would text my female wife, how long do I have to give her before if she doesn't text me back, I'm all like, what the hell?
What are you texting her?
How would she know?
I would say 5 minutes.
5 full minutes?
It depends on what is going on. Like if I know that she's at work, then that's one thing. But if it's like, hey, what's for dinner? I'm about to grab something.
Yeah. I feel like I had this situation when I was doing some type of paperwork or something, and I kept trying to text Madeline, like, what's your social security number, whatever it is.
I think I was at work.
And I'm like, what the hell? And then I find out she's working. She can't tell everyone, hey, work, my daddy is texting me.
Yeah, especially with my job I had where I'm on the front line talking with guests all the time. There would be times I wouldn't get my phone for like 10 hours straight.
I feel like there's times though, Dad, where you like, I've noticed you texted me and I was in the middle of another conversation and I was like, I'll get back to that in a second. And then when you call, it's like, oh, he's calling. This is important. Yeah. And then I like stop what I'm doing. And then it's like, oh, hey, did you see my text or something? Like,
podcast. Okay, let me look this up real quick. Okay, it says here, can everybody see this on the video? It says here that you're supposed to respond to your father. Within 2 minutes. Okay, you guys got the rule?
Fine.
Let me tell you something. If my father texts me, I'm gonna respond even quicker than that.
Well, why would he text you?
Because he passed away, and I think it'd be kind of weird.
You'd be like, what?
So.
Oh. Wait, Dad, this is so strange. I had a dream last night that you were upset because you just found out that Grandpa Sam died.
So people haven't told me for 4 years?
I don't know. That was like so weird. Because in the dream, it was so vivid, like it was like you just found out.
And you were like, you dumb, it's been a while?
No. Like it was like it happened again in the dream.
No, it happened again.
Now, last night, but the night before, I had a dream where after work, I went ahead and met your grandma for dinner.
Aww.
I would have liked
And I called your mom and said, I'm going to go ahead and meet your mom for dinner. Okay, bye. And then I had dinner with her. Isn't that weird?
Aww, she's thinking of you.
You know how many times I had dinner with my mother-in-law by myself?
If mom was
Never.
Oh, never. Not even when she lived here.
Well, when she lived here, I did, but I never go on a date with my mother-in-law.
A date.
Also, like another thing about that tweet is that mom has been FaceTiming without texting first a lot.
Notice she's been doing that. What do you guys think of that?
I think she needs to text first.
Well, I think it's a quarantine thing.
That's what I'm saying. For myself, it's been a quarantine thing of me doing that without, because otherwise I'd be like, hey, can I FaceTime you? And then I'd call.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just like, I know you're at home.
Yeah.
I'm also at home.
Because we're stuck at home.
Here's the thing, Mom.
Like, hey, I'm busy. Then it's like, okay, I'll just call you later.
Yeah.
Mom, if you're listening, my problem is that I'm not quarantined alone. I have a partner. She might be in the shower.
Tiger.
She might be talking to me.
Yeah, but just wait a time out. Just because someone FaceTimes you doesn't mean that they're going to see your partner in the shower.
I'm just saying
when you're answering, or
no, I'm just saying that like there's such a.
Ew.
I feel like I'm in such a small space that like for me to decide that I'm going to FaceTime means I need to like go to the other room or like step away and like so it kind of takes some mental preparation.
I just want to put it on record, and I don't know if Jess is listening, but you can pass this on to her, that if she wants to be in the room while we FaceTime, I don't have any secrets. She can.
No, I know that, but it's
maybe she don't want to.
Maybe she doesn't want to. It's true. She might not even want to.
Okay. Let's take a look at another report I have.
Okay.
Headline. You ready for the headline?
I guess.
Okay, from Gen Z spring breakers to toilet paper hoarding boomers, the coronavirus pandemic is a case study in generational differences. Here's how each generation is dealing with it.
Wow.
See, I'll read these things and you can tell me if you think it's predictable or not. If it rings true, okay? Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Gen Z has been busy partying it up on spring break, ignoring coronavirus warnings.
No.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that, Megan?
No. I mean,
don't know.
Come on.
You know what? These are the ones who have their fun school activities. I mean, if you're in school, having school canceled would kick butt because school stinks, right?
Yeah.
But your prom and all your other fun stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, give these kids a break, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Partying it up. They're working and they're sitting around looking at a stupid screen, pretending like they're at school.
Yeah. Also, that may be real. Like a month and a half ago, when people didn't think it was serious, they're not doing that anymore.
Really. Exactly.
Plus, I hate to tell every generation this. If you could remember that young people like to party.
Oh, party.
Right?
It's all just people being upset that they don't have time to party anymore because they have to go to work.
I wish I had the energy and time to party like they did. I like to party.
I wish I had friends to party with.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Maddie, I heard you had a Zoom party.
I did have a Zoom party. That was fun.
Okay, now meanwhile, many millennials are staying inside and urging their parents to do the same. Millennials are not partying because they're older.
They're like 30-something.
They got jobs and kids sometimes. And massive debt is what millennials have.
Yeah, learn about it, Gen Z.
I know about
Don't
it.
worry. Don't worry, I'm learning.
Learn a book. Okay. Gen X risk-adverse upbringing has made them well-equipped to handle the pandemic. I bet you this guy's who wrote this is a Gen Xer.
He's like, oh, we're actually handling it the best.
We're handling it good and everything. As a generation raised in the age of stranger danger and just say no, our inherent risk aversion is finally being recognized as a great strength, an asset to the survival of the species.
Well, that's so annoying.
Let me tell you something.
You've been boring. You've been boring for years, but thank God.
Here's what I think.
Your time to shine to be boring.
Here's what I think about Gen X's and this whole generation or this whole situation makes me think Gen X's are just adaptable. They adapt to what's ever going on.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of go along with the crowd too much.
Yeah.
But we've seen different economic downturns and different changes in technology and things. We just kind of go along with the flow. And that's why we're equipped to handle change, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we were the first generation that had divorce. I mean, and not the first divorce ever, but mostly we had to survive that as kids and all this stuff, and we just couldn't go along with it.
I'm sure this is true for every generation to some extent, but if you think about it, the people who raised you and the people you raised have such different lives. So like the mindset that raised you is completely different than what you had to use.
Yeah.
Like in the 90s raising us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I wonder if my mindset is so much different from my grandparents.
Yeah.
Probably is.
Yeah, they probably are.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the N-word. Okay.
Wow.
It's a bad word to say.
I agree.
Okay.
We know that now.
And that's what I believe.
That's what I've learned.
So, baby boomers are trying to socialize with their friends and hoard supplies. Some baby boomers have been busy trying to socialize with their friends, at least according to their children. Literally was fighting with my mom this morning about her going to Atlantic City last weekend, going on a casino bus and a cruise in April.
How are those even opened?
I don't know, but
like, how is she doing? How is anyone doing anything? What's opened?
Well, have you seen these protesters?
Yeah,
they're baby boomers.
Oh, they're annoying.
Yes.
That's true.
Why do you think they're annoying?
We want a haircut and we want it now.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. We're going to protest because we want a haircut. We're mad at you for protesting when an innocent man got killed by the government.
Yeah, people are dying from virus, but my hair looks like shit. And
you know
it
what's
needs to be
insane? So I saw clips from something going on in Michigan a few days ago, and it was like they were protesting people having to stay home, and so what they did is they blocked the road. So how does that work?
Yeah.
They blocked the road, which means that now people really can't go anywhere.
Wait, what about the people who actually have to go to work?
Exactly.
Well, I love the one that Chris Whiting showed me, and we talked about it on our podcast Past Week, Next Week. Check it out on KCTK Radio. Anyway, he said he saw a protester in full hazmat suit, covered with a sign that said, coronavirus is a hoax. It's like,
what?
Wait, why is he wearing that then?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
So yeah, they're trying to they want to socialize.
Yeah, they're insane and they're selfish.
These baby boomers need a haircut.
And honestly, natural selection? Question mark.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Sorry.
See, I immediately thought this idea because I like it. Okay, but then they get sick. Then they go to the hospital, and they got kids and friends and family.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you fall down the steps. You have to go to the hospital. You can't because there's too many of them in the hospital.
You're right. I would like to change my thought. I don't want anyone to die. It was just a joke.
If they would get it and just go
away.
away.
Yeah, right.
We're okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did you guys hear too that like people in Kansas got like a federal judge saying that it was against religious freedom to like shut down Easter or something?
Mm-hmm.
When was Easter shut down? Can't you just celebrate Easter?
The governor.
That's what I don't understand. If they believe in God so much, why don't they realize that God is everywhere? Why do they need to go?
So the governor of Kansas did an order saying stay at home. The Senate said you can't do that to churches because there's the freedom of religion.
Yeah.
Well, they went to court quickly, and what the court said was that a committee of the Kansas State Senate can't overturn what the governor says. So it really is not settled if you could do that. I personally believe, and you guys will disagree with me maybe, is that I don't think the government can tell you not to go to church.
No,
I just don't think, I think that's one thing they're not allowed to do. But the only reason a church that cared about its participants, they wouldn't be open. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, aren't churches like, and correct, maybe this has changed, but I thought that churches were still open. Like if people wanted to go and like individually pray, that's still
I think so.
There.
And so many churches, I mean, the gigantic church here in Kansas City, Resurrection, the Lutheran church, has like 4 different locations. They're all doing everything online.
Yeah.
So they care about their people to go. But some of these guys, they just want you to come in and donate, and it's a profit.
Yeah.
It's a profit deal.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, that's a show.
Yeah, that was it.
That's a show. We did it on Zoom.
All right.
You like this Zoom better than our last Zoom we did?
Sure, because Maddie was here.
Aw, thank you.
Maddie, you want to make sure you get the camera on you. You want to say your last goodbye. Just look straight at the camera.
Thank you and goodbye.
You want to say anything to plug like they do on the TV shows?
No.
You have a TikTok you want people to follow? Or?
Yeah.
I do have a TikTok.
It's awesome.
Thank you. I'm just having a good time. My name is Maddie, Lev. Lev. That's what I made my name. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, you are more than welcome to.
Okay, Megan, everybody on the internet follows you already, but where can people find out more about you?
Search Megan Lavoda on YouTube.
No. Oh,
Okay.
actually, you should.
Okay.
Yeah, Maddie and I are going to do video soon and talk about Frozen and talk about ESFJs and ENFJs and how it relates to the movie Frozen.
And I sure do like Frozen.
Well, I am. You can find me on TikTok under Lasagna. It's
Liz.
Yep. So it's pretty cool. And also listen to KCTK Radio. We'll see you next time, folks. Thanks.
Bye.
Generations Unite has been a KCTK production, produced by Megan Lavoda and Paul Lavoda. All rights reserved. For more information and content, email us at kctkradio@gmail.com.
Okay, we're out.
Hi. I just thought I'd stay back and not just
Yeah.
to say hi.
You can talk to us.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, I can stop the recording, though.
Oh.
How do I do that?